Hey guys, hoping all is well with everybody. In this video we're going to be going over vocabulary terms practice number 5. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention and illustrate, but I promise you I don't want to cause any anxiety or stress or any intimidation, is just the idea that we are going to start to notice these words getting significantly more challenging, okay? They're going to be slightly, on average, longer. They're going to have more syllables. But the most important thing I want you to look for is that in our double meaning words where they have more than one definition, their definitions may have different parts of speech based on the context that they're in. What I mean by that is we can have a double meaning word where its first definition in its context is a verb, but we can have another definition of the same word and it can be used as a noun. Okay, it just depends on how it's used in the context of the sentence. But without further ado, again, I don't want to cause you any stress or anxiety, it's just something to keep in mind. So our first word for this week, keeping that in mind, is the word accommodate, and it is spelled ACCOMMODATE. Now, going forward, I'm also going to be presenting you the part of speech that each definition is going to be. So for our first definition of accommodate, it is a verb, and I'll abbreviate that with a V, and it is defined as of physical space providing lodging or sufficient space for someone or something. Okay, so an example sentence could be, as a hotel clerk, I tried to accommodate my large group of guests by renting them the largest room on the 3rd floor. So this is, again, as in terms of space, providing for either a person or something else. Alright? The second definition of accommodate is also a verb, but it's not limited to space. So it is defined as to fit in the wishes, desires, or needs of. Okay, so an example of this could be the teacher accommodated the student after he was sick for 2 days by extending the assignment due dates. Okay, so in this case, it's more of a need of something, but not directly physical space that the need was. Okay, but this is our first word, accommodate, ACCOMMODATE. Let's look at our next word. So our second word is the word beneficial. It is spelled BENEFICIAL. Beneficial, by its definition, is an adjective. So I will abbreviate that with ADJ. An adjective, remember, is something that describes a noun. It describes a person, place, animal, or thing. So the definition of beneficial is favorable or advantageous, resulting in good. So, favorable or advantageous resulting in good. So there's two example sentences that I thought for this word. The first is, it is always beneficial to eat breakfast in the morning as it's the most important meal of the day. I was always kind of taught this little proverb: you should always eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a queen, and eat dinner like a pauper. Just a little fun idea there. The other simple sentence I came up with is, it is always beneficial to look both ways before you cross the street. So it's beneficial as it's favorable or advantageous because it ensures or significantly increases your safety. Okay, so that's the word beneficial, beneficial. Let's look at our next word. Our next word is the word rigorous, and it is spelled Rigorous. Okay. Rigorous, by its definition, is an adjective as well. So it's going to again describe a noun, a person, place, animal, or thing. It is defined as extremely thorough, exhaustive, and accurate. Of a rule or system strictly applied or adhered to. So, extremely thorough, exhaustive, and accurate of a system or rule strictly applied or adhered to. So, as an example sentence, we can say, the exam was extremely rigorous, consisting of 200 multiple choice questions and 4 essay prompts. That's an extremely mentally challenging and exhaustive type of exam. So we can say that it's very rigorous. Okay. But this is our third word, rigorous, Rigorous. Okay. Let's look at our fourth word. Our fourth word is the word legislation. It is spelled Legislation. Now, legislation's definition by its context is a noun, and its definition is very blunt and short. It is defined as laws considered collectively. So, just to kind of elaborate on this definition, a little background in government to kind of explain this definition. In government, there are 3 branches. There is the legislative branch, which makes the laws. There is the executive branch, which passes the laws or enforces the laws. And the judicial branch is the branch of government that makes sure that the laws that are passed go under judicial review, and we want to make sure that those laws that are passed are not unconstitutional. And basically what that means is it doesn't go anything against our Constitution. Now, all these branches of government kind of work in a system of checks and balances, so they have some kind of check and power over each other, so to speak. So one doesn't outpower any other branch. But these are laws considered collectively. A sample sentence could be, she passed a new legislation for protecting the environment. Okay? So, she passed a law that, when enforced, protected the environment. Okay? Let's look at our last word for today. So our last word is the word verdict. It is spelled V-E-R-D-I-C-T. And verdict, by its context, is a noun. It's a person, place, animal, or thing. A verdict is a decision based on a disputed issue in a civil or criminal case or judicial inquiry or inquest. Okay. So it's a decision based on a disputed issue in a civil or criminal case. So an example sentence of this could be, in a criminal trial, after several hearings, the judge will ask one of the representatives of the jury, has the jury reached a verdict? And then they will stand and say, we have, Your Honor. And then they'll say if the person has been declared guilty or not guilty. So the verdict is the decision that the jury has come up with. Okay? Alright, so those are our 5 words. Let's do a quick review of all of them. So we have accommodate, A-C-C-O-M-M-D-A-T-E. Beneficial, B-E-N-E-F-I-C-I-A-L. Rigorous, R-I-G-O-R-O-U-S. Legislation, L-I-G-I-S-L-A-T-I-O-N. And verdict, V-E-R-D-I-C-T. Just to recap the definitions, accommodate is of physical space, providing lodging or sufficient space for someone or something. Also defined as to fit in with the wishes, desires, or needs of. Beneficial is described as favorable or advantageous, resulting in good. Rigorous is defined as extremely thorough, exhaustive, or accurate of a rule or system, strictly applied or adhered to. A legislation is laws considered collectively. And last but not least, verdict is defined as a decision based on a disputed issue in a civil or criminal case or an inquest. Okay? But again, guys, as you guys have any questions that may arise with these vocabulary terms, please don't ever hesitate to message me. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. But I hope this helps you out for the words for this week, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please take care of yourselves and be safe. Thank you so much for watching.